Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today we'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of January 2024. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then, Sag, I will close out your reading with a Star Seed Oracle card. All right, Sagittarius, let's get the party started. You've got some great cards here. First, we have the Eight of Wands. That's the card of timing and speed. Things happen ahead of schedule for you, and maybe you didn't see that coming. Also a slowdown in work for some of you with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of people are going through a slow season as it relates to their work because we just came out of the busy season, the holiday season. So some people, their careers or the industry they work in is very cyclical. So I do feel like some of you will be kind of in a rest phase. Doesn't mean you're not going to work, but you're just not going to be working as much. All right, we've also got that Two of Wands. I feel like you are reevaluating your plans for the future. All right, Sagittarius. And, this is January. A lot of people do take the time to do that. They take the time to kind of consider what they want 2024 to look like. Look back on 23 and say, hey, this is what I don't want to bring into the new year. This is what I want to have different. And I feel like you really are reevaluating your plans as we move into this new year. Now, here's where things get really good and really fun. We've got that Devil card in the reverse. Now, this is a huge card because I feel like a lot of you have kind of fixed some things that could have been holding you back. Sometimes we get in our own way, right? The Devil card talks about no longer self-sabotaging or no longer sabotaging our own efforts. Why? Because we have an awareness or we've made the conscious choice to do something different. And I do believe that that is where you are at, Sagittarius. Now, as this relates to your money, when we make life choices that are quote unquote better, there's no way our financial situation cannot be better as well. Right? So if we are releasing toxic relationships, unhealthy attachments, maybe healing from addictions or what is it called? Thoughts that are just not helpful. I don't want to say like bad thinking, but, thought patterns where we tell ourselves, I guess negative self-talk would be a good way to say it. So it looks like you're healing from all of that, or you have made, like I said, conscious decisions, intentional decisions to do something different as we're moving into this new year, Sagittarius. And again, that's going to impact not only your mental health, but it's going to impact your financial health in a very positive way. Now, we also have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card that talks about collaborating with others, partnerships, working in a group projects where everybody benefits. I do feel, Sagittarius, that you are going to be working with a group of people and everybody kind of has the same goal. And so because of that, everybody succeeds, everybody wins. And I'm also picking up that this is going to be something financially beneficial for you as well, Sagittarius. So the first week of January is a week of self-discovery and acknowledging the directions we want to go, as we talked about with that Two of Wands. But then it's about getting to work and working with the right people. Working with the right people, doing the right things, and also tapping into that synergy of being in a group and everybody having, the similar goals or kind of moving in the same direction. We also had one of the best cards, I think, to start with, which is that Eight of Wands, which talks about speed, timing, things happening very quickly for you, things happening ahead of schedule. When it comes to money or anything money related, it always means that things happen right on time, if not sooner. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see what else is showing up for Sagittarius. Whoa. Okay. Hold on, Sag. I gotta pick up all the cards. Okay. Now, sometimes when that happens, it means we've got a very scattered energy. And maybe that's the case with you, Sagittarius. Or it may not mean anything at all other than that I had a sloppy shuffle. All right. So let's see what else we need to know as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2024 for Sagittarius. All right, Sag. Okay. So as we're moving through the month, pay attention to your physical wellness here. Now, when I see that strength card in the reverse, sometimes it means being tapped out emotionally, but I'm picking up that this is a physical, there's something we need to pay attention to as it relates to your physical health. Why? Because we all know that health really is the true wealth. And if we're not well, we can't work like we want to work. We can't serve like we want to serve, and we're not any benefit to other people if we can't even take care of ourselves. I feel like some of you have been neglecting your physical health. And so this is kind of me telling you to really focus on taking care of yourself. Do what you need to do. Drink more water, get more sleep, get a checkup, join a gym, take a walk, all the things we know to do, okay? Because health is very important. And good health is going to be crucial this year. As a matter of fact, when I was meditating the other day, that was something that came through loud and clear for me. Not just me individually, but what I really need to communicate this year is that how important health is going to be as it relates to the year 2024. I think lots of things are going to be happening, and we need our physical strength and our physical health to be on point, because it just makes us that much better. And if we don't have to worry about, handling a sickness or something like that, we can be the best version of who we are. And when we are the best version of who we are, we serve other people. We create this energetic field around us of wellness and health and prosperity. So I feel like somebody needed to hear that, so that's why I'm sharing it. But yes, let's focus on our physical well-being as we move into the new year. All right, Sagittarius, we also got the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is also the card of self-investment, personal development, self-improvement, all of those things. Sometimes it's rebirthing into the new and better version of yourself. So it's doing the inner work, right? So when we become the better version of who we are instantly in a better position to make more money, because we're instantly more valuable, because we see that within ourselves. We see that we're deserving. We see that we're worthy of whatever it is that we desire, whether it be money, things, experiences, whatever, okay? Now, we also have the High Priestess here. When I see her in the reverse, it means you could maybe not be trusting your intuition as it relates to money. So remember, you will know what you need to do. And I think on the surface, we all know what we need to do, but sometimes we fight with that internal stuff, the internal chatter that tells us, oh, I don't want to do that, or I don't feel like doing that, or maybe that's not going to work. So when I see High Priestess in the reverse, it's telling me to tell you, it's time to quiet that down. Do what you need to do to reconnect to who you are, your ancestors, your angels, your guides, God, the universe, whatever the higher source or higher power that you connect with. And understand that you are not alone. You are being led exactly to what it is that you want to have. You just need to trust, okay? Trust the guidance that you receive. Next up, we got the King of Swords. It's time to eliminate the unnecessary. I think as we move into the new year, as we get our finances straightened out, we have to release some things. Not only because the physical stuff is energetically heavy, but also because we need to make space for what it is we want. So we need to cut off, relationships that aren't serving us, the stuff that's taking up space in our homes, Whatever it is that we need to let go of, the King of Swords says, yeah, you need to do that. Why? Because you're preparing and making room exactly for what it is you want, especially money. Next, we got the Queen of Pentacles. When I see her in the reverse, it means that now may not be the best time for you to invest. So make sure you seek counsel if you are considering something that you want to invest in. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, remember, she doesn't take any unnecessary risk as it relates to her money. So I'm going to say the second week of January probably isn't going to be the best time. But again, you know your own situation better than I do. But just in general. All right, more cards are flying around. This one literally flew out the deck. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2024. Ooh, look, you got offers coming in. Okay. Ace of Cups. Now, Ace of Cups, I feel like this is the start of a new relationship. Now, because we're talking about money, I do feel like even though this is a money-focused reading, there's a new relationship that starts. But because this is in the reverse, this tells me that it's not going to be something long-term. So it could be something personal, romantic, of course it could be, but it could also be maybe a relationship with a customer, a vendor, a supplier, a coworker, a boss, a colleague, whatever. So there is some initial benefit to this connection, but understand that this relationship or this connection with this person is only going to be temporary, short term. It's not going to be something that lasts forever. So knowing that, you can kind of adjust the interaction with this person to make sure that, you know, you don't end up overextending yourself in any way, especially as it relates to money. Next up, we got the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands talks about support and assistance as it relates to your work. I do believe you are going to be getting some type of financial assistance. However, it's not going to be as much as you thought, because that card is in the reverse. So it means the help comes through, but it may not be exactly what you were expecting, or it just may not be enough. So, but again, we don't want to dismiss it or discount it, right? We're still grateful, but it's just not enough. So you're going to have to come up with some other creative ways to make up the difference here, because like I said, I do see some financial support coming your way, but it just is not going to be enough for what you need. Next up, we got the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is healing emotions. Now, this card can be a little tricky because sometimes our emotions can get in the way of, you know, us doing what we need to do as it relates to work and making money. But again, you have to be gentle with yourself and be compassionate with your own feelings and understand that, yes, you do have emotions and they should be acknowledged. But remember, they should not get in the way of you doing what you need to do as it relates to you making money, as it relates to your work or your business or your investments or anything. Okay. All right. So we got that Page of Cups. That's an offer coming your way, and it looks like it's going to be a good, juicy offer. Now, it could be anything. It could be a job offer. It could be an offer from a friend. Somebody wants to help you, or maybe an opportunity. But remember, make sure it's something that resonates with you. But if it does resonate with you, do not hesitate to say yes, because I do think you're going to find some fulfillment and joy in addition to some financial benefit from saying yes as well. Finally, we got that Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a communication card. Now, the thing about this Five of Swords is I feel like you're going to be having a conversation with someone close to you, and they're not going to be understanding of what it is you're trying to do. It's okay, right? Not everybody has to be on board for us to do what needs to be done. But it's one of those things where you just have to, you know, agree to disagree, right? Or just accept that not everybody is going to get it. Trust me, I've been there in my own situations in my life, having conversations with people who don't understand what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. But it's okay. Doesn't mean it can't work. Doesn't mean that your plans are not valid. Doesn't mean that you won't be successful. As a matter of fact, sometimes you're even more successful when people try to criticize you and say you're not going to be. All right, 2 cards came out, so I'm going to go with both of those. All right, Sagittarius, let's close out January for you. Ooh, you've got cash coming in. All right, Death card talks about transformation. Big changes are happening, and I feel like you're preparing as best as you can. All right, Sagittarius, but you've got big changes happening here as it relates to your money and as it relates to your life. And I'm feeling like these are intentional changes. So I feel like you are the one fueling these changes. This is not something that's just happening out of the blue. No, you're just making some different decisions as it relates to your life and your money in 2024. And those decisions start now or in the last week of January. All right, we also got the Emperor card, another powerful card. This is a power card, as a matter of fact, because the Emperor talks about things being under control and things also being very deliberate. There's no wishy-washy. There's no back and forth. There's no confusion or hesitation. When the Emperor shows up, things get done. Things start to move with no excuses. Now, the energy of the Emperor card is one of control. I do believe that you will be making some very controlling decisions as it relates to your money, Sagittarius. Again, this happens towards the end of January. We also got the Three of Pentacles, you being recognized for the work that you do, Sagittarius. I feel like someone wants to hire you. However, I don't think it's a good fit because this card is in the reverse. So if somebody says, hey, can I pay you to do X, Y, and Z? Really think about it before you say yes, because this card is telling me it's not really a good match. Ooh, next up, we got that Ace of Wands, literally the cash flow card. Remember, we talked here about the Knight of Wands, financial support coming in, but it's not exactly what you need or the amount you needed. Don't worry, because within the next couple weeks, looks like you're getting some cash, literally cash in hand. The other thing about the Ace of Wands is that it talks about growth, expansion, and prosperity. So it looks like you're going to get something. And I'm picking up that this is cash, like literally someone either handing you cash or handing you a check. Next up, we got the Nine of Wands. Great card to see in the reverse because it means you're not feeling frustrated. As a matter of fact, I think you feel very confident moving forward as it relates to money once we close out January, because you just have a really good grasp and a good perspective as to which direction you're going and what your money situation is going to look like as we move into this new year. You have a lot of clarity on that, Sag. Finally, we got the Three of Cups. That's celebrating. I like that card. I really do, because it means parties, it means fun, it means gatherings, being around people you like, being around people you enjoy. I'm not picking up that there's actually a money tie to this, but I am picking up that it's good for your mood and good for your spirits. You know, when we're happy, when we feel connected to other people, it just makes us, it puts us in a better position to serve, right? Because when we feel connected and we understand people and we see what people need and how they respond, it just allows us to serve them better in whatever way we can, whether that be through our work, maybe just being a friend, I don't know, maybe delivering a service or something like that. So connection is going to be really big for you. And I do see, Sagittarius, that does happen throughout the month, but especially at the end of the month. It's all about connecting and really just being with people. And even if you're an introvert, right? Like, I know a lot of us are introverted, but sometimes, you know, being an introvert doesn't mean you have to go out with, you know, masses of people, crowds of people. But even just hanging out with one or two people that you enjoy being with is going to do a lot for your spirit. It's going to do a lot for you. Even your mental health, I'm picking up, okay? So don't hesitate to connect with other people when you have the opportunity to do so. All right, Sagittarius, so your month is full of things happening quickly. You making some conscious decisions here, also focusing on your health. Remember, that's a big one. And what else? You getting support, offers, cash, connection. All the good things. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and close out your reading with the Star Seed Oracle card. Okay, so you got the blue flame. Ooh. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. I like that. Integration time. All right, so what are you integrating as it relates to your wealth, your money for the month of January? You've got a lot to think about here. We talked about a lot of things, but you're making it happen, Sagittarius. You really are. You're making things happen, and I'm proud of you. All right, I want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.